Hi guys, it's Marilise with AMA Accents, and today we're going to be talking about another sound in the American English language that can be difficult for non-native speakers. Today we will be talking about the TH sound, which is most often represented in text and in writing with the letters TH. There are actually two different ways that we pronounce the TH sound, so today's video we're going to cover the voiced TH, which I'll explain in just a minute. This is a sound you'll hear in the beginning of the words this, that, and also in one of the most common words in the American English language, the. So let's get started. The TH sound is a little bit tricky, but the good thing is that you can actually see this sound being produced. The TH sound, like I said, has both the voiced and the unvoiced version of the sound. What do we mean by that? When we say voiced, we're referring to the vocal cords vibration. So when you produce the voiced TH sound, you're going to feel a vibration in your throat. Let's take another sound that you probably already have. Let's take the sound ah, because it's a vowel sound. All of our vowel sounds have our vocal cords vibrating. So let's try it. We're going to say that ah sound and hold our hand right on our throat to feel the vibration. Ah. Ah. So hopefully when you held your hand to your throat for the ah sound, you felt a vibration right around this area of your throat. You're going to be feeling that vibration when you produce the TH, voiced TH sound. The symbol for the voiced TH in the International Phonetic Alphabet is this symbol. If you're familiar with the International Phonetic Alphabet, it can be useful to know this symbol because you can look up a word and see how it's written in International Phonetic Alphabet, and that way know if the TH is voiced or not voiced when you produce the sound. If you're not already familiar with the International Phonetic Alphabet, it's a great resource for those of you who are working on pronunciation and mastering your pronunciation in American English or in any language for that matter. I've added a link in the description below that's just one out of many resources out there that can help you start to learn the International Phonetic Alphabet. The voiced TH sound is a really great sound to work on if you want to improve and perfect your American English language because it is found in many of our function or structure words. So how do we produce the TH sound? Well, the TH sound is a little bit more visible than some of the other sounds we've been working on. It is made by taking the tongue tip and placing it almost between your teeth. Now, you're going to send air through that little gap that you're creating with your tongue tip, and you're going to turn on or vibrate your vocal cords in order to get the sound. So it will sound like this. So let me go into a little bit more detail about the tongue tip and its position in the mouth for the voiced TH sound. Let's be honest, there's not just one specific place. There's a general area that you're going to be able to get this TH, this voiced TH sound when your tongue is in a general area in your mouth. It just depends on your dentition, your teeth, how your mouth and teeth are shaped in relation to one another, even sometimes your tongue and your tongue shape, length, things like that. So just like with many other sounds in English, there are other ways that you can figure out how to produce the sound, but there's one main way that's useful as a starting point for you to find the sound and start hearing the sound. So usually with our TH sound, we talk about putting your tongue tip right between your teeth, just slightly. Now, I find that you can also produce the TH sound when your tongue is just slightly behind your teeth, like this. So the voiced TH sound is found in words such as this and that. I can say this and that by really sticking my tongue between my teeth, this and that. But I can also get that TH sound by doing this, and that, where my tongue is actually not quite between my teeth, it's in that general area. And that's why I just want to mention this to you because some of you who have already tried to get this TH sound think you have to stick your tongue between your teeth and land up maybe going too far forward, like this. you don't want your tongue that far forward at all. It's a very small little protrusion or sticking out of the tongue, and you can even get the TH sound successfully by not going that far out at all between your teeth or even holding it a little bit back. What you don't want is to get a Z sound or a D sound. So if I take my tongue too far back, I'm going to get the S sound. And if I take it even further back where the tongue tip is curled up and touching behind my front teeth on the alveolar ridge is what we call that part of the mouth, then we're going to get a D sound. And those are two very common substitutions or errors when people are trying to get the voiced TH sound. Let's just hear it by itself. That's when we produce the TH, the voiced TH with the tongue absolutely between the teeth. You can see it. I'm going to do it 5 times now, moving my tongue just slightly back. The 3 main things you want to focus on when producing the voiced TH sound are the vibration that you feel in your vocal cords, the placement of your tongue tip, and the continuousness of the air that's flowing through. The air should be able to flow through this whole sound and should be able to be held as long as you have breath. So let's focus on this vocal cord first. We're just going to feel it. Should feel like a slight vibration here. The second is the tongue tip and where it's placed in your mouth. It can be either right between your teeth like this if it's helpful for you, or it can go slightly back, but your tongue is still forward, still very close to the edge of your teeth here. And then the third thing is that you want to make sure that the air is flowing out of your mouth. So you can use your hand and put it in front of your mouth in order to feel that airflow. As always, I'm going to give you a few methods now that you can use and try out to start hearing this sound and then practicing it so that it becomes second nature to you, so that it becomes very easy for you to produce. So for method 1, you're going to take a set of words and you're going to practice saying this set of 8 words at least 3 times a day. I always recommend to record yourself saying this set of words before you start to practice, and then re-record yourself after a week or 2 to hear the changes that are happening in your speaking. So here we go. The, this, that, they, them, then, there, those. So you'll probably notice, and you can definitely go back in the video and rewatch me saying those words, you're going to notice sometimes the tongue is very visibly between the teeth, and then sometimes it's a little bit further back, but it's still very close to the edge of my teeth. And that's just because the way that we produce a sound is often influenced by the sound that's coming next. It's called co-articulation. It's just a fancy way for saying that the sounds that we produce are not in isolation. They're connected to the sounds that both precede and follow the sound you're producing. For method 2, you're going to use minimal pairs to practice saying this voiced TH sound. What's a minimal pair, you may be asking? A minimal pair is just a set of words that change only in one sound, and by changing that sound, it changes the meaning of the word. So a common example would be bat and cat. The only sound that's changing is the initial sound. One is the B sound and one is the K sound, and it changes the meaning of the word. So as I already said, some people make a mistake with the voiced TH and produce D or Z instead of the voiced TH. So instead of saying the, they say D or Z. What I'll do is I'll give you a few minimal pairs for if your situation is producing the D instead of the voiced TH sound. And then I'll give a few minimal pairs for those of you who are struggling with that Z sound coming out instead of the Z. So here we go. The, they, day, then, den, there, dare, those, doze. For the minimal pairs with the Z sound, there really aren't that many, and that's just because it's very rare to find words that start with the letter Z in the American English language. But really what happens is when you find a good minimal pair, you just want to stick with it and keep working at it and repeating it until you start to hear the difference in those two words. You can even ask a friend to listen in on you and tell you if they can hear a difference in the two words. So here we go. The, Z, then, zen. Finally, method 3 is for those of you who aren't getting as much success as you'd like with the methods 1 and 2. Method 3 is focusing on the voiced TH sound in isolation. So for method 3, you're going to take a mirror, hopefully yours is a little bit bigger than the one I have, and you're just going to look at yourself in the mirror and figure out and see where your tongue is when you're attempting to produce this voiced TH sound. So I'm going to look at myself in the mirror, and if I'm really having a hard time, I can just fully stick my tongue between my teeth and start to make the sound and hear it. But again, that's not very natural, and when we say the voiced TH sound, our tongue is usually not that far forward between our teeth. So you can just start pulling it back slightly, and you should be able to see actually a little bit of space, a tiny bit of space between your tongue and the edge of your teeth, because that's where the air is flowing, and that's where your tongue is doing that vibrating. So you're going to play around with the position of your tongue tip, and you can even use your finger to feel your tongue. It can be, and usually it's in line with your teeth, your front teeth. Okay, that's a really good place for it to be. That's going to be probably the place you find the most success doing the voiced TH sound. But again, you can play around with your tongue tip and find the place that feels most natural for you. Once you start to hear it, you're going to want to move into methods 1 or 2 so that you get the sound in context. So again, for method 3, you're going to take your mirror and you're going to look at your tongue tip and see what's happening. Try to find a better position for your tongue tip so that you start hearing the voiced TH sound. You can also always hold up your hand so that you feel the air coming out. And why that's important is because you might be saying a D sound instead of the voiced TH sound. So holding your hand in front of your mouth and feeling that airflow is going to show you that you are getting that continuous sound going, which is what you want. You want the sound to be continuous and for the air to be flowing through the little gap that's created between your tongue and the edge of your teeth. Great. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and I hope that you start to hear yourself making improvements with this voiced TH sound. If you have not done so already, subscribe to our channel and hit that notifications button to get alerts about our most recent videos. Take care and cheers!